Okay, so for the last 3 weeks, we've been in the midst of a series entitled Forced. Somebody say Forced. A series entitled Forced. I took my son on a college visit to Middle Tennessee, and Coach Mason, the head coach, was talking to a couple of the players, and he made a statement that my spirit just leaped. He said, in life, there will be forced multipliers that cause you to grow. I had never heard that term before. So while we're sitting in the meeting, my brain is just going crazy. I'm on my phone, I'm researching, and I felt the Lord pulling me in this direction. So I began to research and define forced multipliers, as it were, for the people of God. And I told you 2 weeks ago that forced multipliers are, put this in your notes, God used pressures that accelerate development, reveal capacity, and push you into levels you would not have reached through your comfort zone. Forced multipliers are God-used pressures. In your notes, if you haven't taken this note, put it in your notes. I love the way you take notes. If you already have this note, repetition breeds revelation. That might be worth writing. I've said that before. Repetition breeds revelation. The more you do it, the more you see. Anything you see, you can find a sermon in. Mary had a little lamb. That's enough to preach right there. The first point in the text is Mary had a lamb. Point number 2, the lamb was God. Point number 3, that lamb would be sacrificed for all of us. Point number 4, you can just keep going. The more you do it, the more you see. So the reason I repeat myself is not because I don't have a lot to say. I am trying to inculcate you with so much knowledge that you are filled with so much about God that your natural response is the word, not your flesh. So force multipliers, put this in your notes, are underline this, God used pressures. Now notice I did not say God caused pressures. I said God used pressures. Class, I didn't say God caused pressures. I said God used pressures, because there will be certain things in your life that God don't cause, but everything in your life God can use. You better come here now, hear me. And so force multipliers are God-used pressures that accelerate development, reveal capacity, and push you into levels you would not have reached through your comfort zone. Force multipliers, definition number 2, are pressures, systems, or decisions that make growth happen faster than comfort would allow. Preach, Michael. Force multipliers are pressures, systems, here's the one that's been speaking to me this week, and decisions that make growth happen faster than comfort would allow. My family right now, we're in so much transition, moving and doing all of this. We made some decisions to place one of my sons in a different school. Now the other babies are getting placed in a different school. And on the surface, I thought we were making sort of a life decision or a football decision. But seeing the way he has been forced to grow up, oh no, I'm in one of the weirdest seasons I've ever been in. I've never been in this season in my life ever. This summer is my last summer with all my boys under one roof. Xander leaves in July to go to college. Michael leaves in August to go to college. In December, Mason graduates early. So I'm realizing with Xander, I ain't got but another month, probably 35 days. With Mike, I got another 2.5 months. With Mason, I only got 8 months left. So now, cool dad is about to seem somewhat irritating, because I'm realizing there are certain lessons I haven't taught yet. So I'm gonna have to add a little pressure to try to squeeze all these lessons into the small window I have. Sometimes you are frustrated with God because you're like, God, why does it feel like every time I turn around, I'm going through something? And God has said, this is how we can do it. Either I can force you to grow up in 2026, or just let you repeat that cycle for another 2 years. And so instead of crying about what you're going through, every now and then you gotta say, God, I see what you're doing behind closed scenes. Because God told me to tell you the reason I'm putting pressure in your life is because I am accelerating your growth, because what I got for you is for you. But in certain seasons of your life, if you didn't get the lesson in the past, he accelerates it in the present so it does not ruin your future. Definition number 3, force multiplier is any pressure, disruption, or responsibility that removes, that was a good shout laugh right there, that removes the option to stay the same. That's so good. I gave you that definition last week. A force multiplier is any pressure, disruption, or responsibility that removes the option to stay the same. Okay, in your notes, did you write that? Have you noticed that you become my note partner when I preach a lot now? This is her seat. I don't care what's going on. You can come late from now on. You get this seat. You help me preach, all right? So in your notes, because I like writing written notes. So in your notes, I want you to write, force multiplier is any pressure, disruption, or responsibility. Here's the part I need you to underline, team, that removes the option. I didn't see that last week. Removes the option. Let me ask this question deductively. If it removes the option, that means at one point you had. Preach, Michael. So a force multiplier removes the option that you previously had. Why is that important, PMJ? Because if God removes the option before the multiplier, it is evident that he gave you an option to grow, but you didn't pick it. In 2024, he said, I'm gonna give you a chance to be a good steward or blow your money. You choose to live it up. In 2025, I'm gonna give you the option to stay single and grow or just date randoms, and you chose that. So in 2026, God is saying, what I got planned for you in 2027, you should have been developed to a certain point by now. But since you didn't pass the test of 24 and 25, I'm going to remove the option because you're going to another level whether you want it or not. I just need you to look at your neighbor and say, he's forcing me to grow up. That's why people you depended on falling off. That's why money you was counting on ain't coming through. That's why opportunities you were banking on ain't happening. It's because God is saying, I don't need you relying on them. I need you relying on what I put inside of you. And if I gotta force you to grow up, I'll force you. All right, don't laugh at me. I grew up ghetto, right? So you're gonna find out who ghetto in the room in about 1 second, because all y'all new school over the mountain, we on 280 now, we on Valleydale. So now all of y'all got money. This is a rich service now. Valleydale, God bless you. But to my ghetto people, you know that in your refrigerator, you got ketchup, right? Only problem is, you're not sure if there's any real ketchup in the ketchup, okay? Ghetto folk don't throw stuff away like y'all rich people throw stuff away, okay? Rich people, the moment you squeeze it and don't none come out, you thought no. But the ghetto folk, we will beat it until it produces. And some of y'all are frustrated because you feel like God has been whooping on you, but God is like, it's a little bit more big than you. I just gotta get it out of you. So hear me when I say this. God is saying, I am removing the option. So if you don't pick it, I'll force it. And so I started introducing, y'all still with me? I start introducing force multipliers. We were talking about Saul being converted to Paul, remember that? And a light hit him, you know, you learned this in Sunday school. A light hit him and he got knocked off his high horse, remember that? All right, so that little story. So the first forced multiplier that God introduces in Saul's life is divine interruption. All right, go back and watch the other sermon so you can learn about that. Then he makes him blind. Why does he make him blind? God introduces a second forced multiplier called divine restriction. He said, I'm gonna take your sight so you can get vision. He says, no, see, the problem ain't that you don't see, the problem is you ain't seeing correctly. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take your sight so you can finally hear me. That's called a divine restriction. So staying within the force multiplier framework, the question now becomes, what took Bartimaeus from a moment to a movement? What turned a single encounter into a life-altering outcome? I don't want to insult your intelligence. You learned this as you matriculated through Sunday School 101. You know about blind Bartimaeus. You know he gonna holler. You know Jesus gonna give him his sight. Can we go ahead and get past that? I'm tired of preaching about miracles and not giving you methods so you don't always need a miracle. So let's stop playing. You know that he gonna get his sight. But I believe the force multiplier in this story is not just Jesus showing up. You ready to put this in your notes? It's Bartimaeus choosing transformation over temporary relief. I'm gonna say that again. So in your notes, you're gonna write it like this. In 2026, I have to choose transformation over temporary relief. I'm gonna explain myself in a minute. Bartimaeus chose transformation over temporary relief. So the force multiplier in Mark chapter 10, you ready for this? Here's the force multiplier of the day. Clarity of desire. That's crazy. That's crazy. Clarity of desire. The force multiplier I would like to introduce today is clarity of desire. Why, Pastor Mike? Because Jesus asked him a question that feels unnecessary. In Mark chapter 10, verse 51, he says, it's on the screen, what do you want me to do for you? Why would God ask a question? Put this in your notes. Whenever God asks a question, he's not asking for information, he's asking for what? Revelation. So in your notes, you might put, why does God ask questions? And under that, you will put, for revelation. He looks at Adam and says, Adam, where art thou? God sits high and looks low. He wasn't asking because he couldn't find Adam. He was trying to get Adam to reveal his spiritual position. He goes to Ezekiel in the valley of dry bones and says, Ezekiel, can these bones live? Why would the answer ask the question? Ezekiel gives the coldest answer in the whole church. Ezekiel answers God back in such a way that was a clap back and correct at the same time. He says, Ezekiel, can these bones live? Ezekiel says, Lord, you know. Why, PMJ? Because God is trying to get revelation. So Jesus asked Bartimaeus, what do you want me to do for you? It's important. Jesus is exposing, please write this, whether Bartimaeus wants two things that's on the screen: support for his condition or freedom from his condition. Michael, because on your row are two people. Some of you want support for your condition. Some of y'all ready to be free from your condition. So Jesus asked him this question. Why, Pastor Mike? Because clarity is key. Clarity is key. Let me ask you this question. If you got in your car before you left here today and out of nowhere a light shined down from heaven and you heard the voice of God say to you, what do you want? Could you answer it? The answer's gonna be no, because you don't have clarity. Clarity is key. Why do I need clarity, Pastor Mike? It's on the screen. Because clarity focuses your faith. Clarity focuses your faith. Blind people begging ask for a lot of stuff, but transformed people ask for one thing that can change everything. I'm gonna say that again. He asked him what he wants. Don't think Jesus ain't been peeping game. He is the author and the finisher. He's the Alpha and the Omega. He's the beginning and the end. He wrote the story, acted in the story, produced the story, and shot the story. This is who Jesus is. So when he rose up on the scene, he's peeped the fact that Bartimaeus is begging for money. Bartimaeus is blind, and now he's begging for money. Do I need to make that say? I'm gonna see if you catch this. He's asking for coins instead of change. That's a double entendre and you missed it. He's asking for change instead of change. He think currency gonna do what anointing can do. And for many of you, God is like, I need you to get clarity, because if I ask you what you want, you're gonna ask me for stuff that you don't need. Well, God, if you don't mind, pay this bill, take care of my children, do X, Y, Z. And God is like, if you had clarity, you wouldn't ask me for a lot of stuff. You would just ask me for one thing that could fix everything. I'm gonna say this, only 10 of y'all gonna catch it. God, in 2026, this summer, just give me one idea that'll flip everything in my life. Just give me one blessing that'll fix all my issues. Give me one thing. Why, Pastor Mike? This is critical. It's critical. It's critical. One thing. One thing. Why is that important? Put this in your notes. Because when you are unclear, you settle for anything. But when you are clear, you pursue what matters. Do I need to say that again? When you are unclear, you settle for anything. But when you are clear, you pursue what matters. He asked Solomon, what do you want? Solomon could have said, give me $1 billion. Solomon could have said, give me 1,000 wives, because you know Solomon liked them women. God says, he tells God, you ain't got to give me none of that. Just give me wisdom. Because if you give me wisdom, I'll be able to handle everything else. But put this in your notes. When you are unclear, you settle for anything. But when you are clear, you pursue what matters. This is the difference, put this in your notes, in being hungry and having an appetite. This is the difference between being hungry and having an appetite. I had to do a concert yesterday, right? So the AKAs had their convention in Birmingham. And so literally, it was like 4,000 AKAs in Birmingham. They called, the president called, said, Pastor Mike, we want you to come do worship. So we in the AKA conference, and literally, hear me when I say this, they crying, hands lifted, worshiping. The Holy Spirit done moved, but I'm downtown. So here's the issue. I'm downtown. Oh, Lord, we got guests here. Only Birmingham people gonna catch what I'm finna say. And you can't be downtown and not go by Green Acres. Where my folks at? Come, don't leave me hanging out. So I'm leaving the assignment. I'm downtown. Only problem is I get to the street Green Acres on, and the foot soldiers or the civil rights legends are having an event. So the team looking at me like, Pastor Mike, you can't walk out there. There's people out there. They're gonna hold you up. But in my head, I knew I had an appetite for Green Acres. So forget what they talking about. By the time they get through saying, Pastor Mike, I'm out the door, hat pulled super low, and I'm doing that walk. How you know how you walk fast when you're supposed to be somewhere? I'm walking fast. Out of nowhere, the DJ say, oh, we got Pastor Mike in this thing. So I hit him with, hey, how you doing? God bless you. Then one of the church mothers came and grabbed me. Oh, Lord, we prayed that you would come. Come speak to the people real quick. So I go on stage. I done spoke. Then she looked at me, sing a song real quick. I done sung, we shall overcome. So I'm like, God bless you. Then they grab me and take me. If you ever go to Green Acres, the building next to it, the room next to it, is a civil rights room. So if you go there, like, that's your granddaddy's obituary right there. That's your great uncle's obituary. This is when your granddaddy walked with King. This is when your granddaddy walked in Selma. I'm like, oh, that's so great. I know this already. In my head, I'm not here for history. I'm here for that chicken and them fries that got the ketchup and the hot sauce on it, and then the bread on top of it, but you take your bread and put your fries in the bread, then you make a little bread top. I done felt the spirit that quick right there. And the whole while I'm there, I'm like, thank you so much, God bless you. No, I'm good. Then one of the church mothers said, you know, you ain't a pastor to the church mother. Y'all make sure Realm eat. So it's like, we gotta feed Realm. So out of nowhere now, I look over there, they got a little hot plate. They got pasta salad, catfish, spaghetti, wings, and they making me a to-go plate. I done lied. I'm not hungry. I'm so, man, I'm not hungry. I already ate. I'm fine. Please, man. No, you need to eat you something. Man, I'm so sorry. Trust me, I'm good. See, because when if I was hungry, I would have ate whatever. But because I had an appetite, I was able to tell this no, because I know what I wanted. Stop being mad over your last 3 exes. She was just hungry. Preach, Michael. Stop being mad over the job you worked that you shouldn't have been in. They caught you in a season when you were hungry. But in 2026, I'm getting my appetite back for what God wants for me. Am I preaching to anybody in here? That's why certain friends don't fit no more. You ain't hungry no more. That's why certain places don't feel the same. You ain't hungry no more. Your appetite. Your appetite is changed. Okay. Oh, this is the young service. My young people are like, I don't get it. See, this is why you can't be thirsty. This is why you can't be thirsty. That's why your friends don't understand you when they see people who want you, but you don't get amused because I can't have clarity of vision, entertaining confusion. Michael. And so what I'm telling you is this is why you need clarity. Doors gonna open for you this year. 3 doors are gonna open for you. Doors that you knock on, doors that you did knock on, and doors that you knocked on. You need clarity to know, because what the devil will do, say that better, Michael. Say that better, Michael. Say that better, Michael. Say that better, Michael. I want to get clipped for him for saying the wrong thing. Okay, no. What the devil will do, the devil don't do miracles, but he do mimic. That's good. The devil don't do miracles, but he do mimic. Now, this is why you see him tell Jesus, if you're really the Son of Man, turn these stones into bread. And then Jesus says, man shall not live by bread alone, but by the very word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. Why would you ask the bread of life to make bread? Because the devil don't do miracles, he mimics. So what the devil will do is he know God is getting ready to open doors. So what he will do is open doors that look like doors. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out. So, but if you don't have clarity, you'll settle for anything. You'll settle for anything. Well, I'm gonna take this job. They offered me $20,000 more, but is that what God wants for you? I need clarity. Why, PMJ? I need you to catch this. I need you to catch this, because I want to ask you a question that Jesus asked Bartimaeus. Are you ready for it? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Because if you don't have clarity, you're not going to realize why you're upset. God, I just want a job. Now you're miserable. And now you're feeling like God didn't come through. You just asked for a job. A lot of you are mad at God because he gave you what you asked for. Preach, Mike McClure. I gotta stop. Please put this in your notes. Are you listening online? Are you listening? Somebody put this in the comments. We are often anxious to improve our circumstances, but are unwilling to improve ourselves. The average person is anxious to improve their circumstances, but unwilling to improve themselves. Therefore, we remain bound. Why is that important, PMJ? I've been talking to my boys. God's been blessing me now to talk to so many teenagers. And they've been saying, Pastor Mike, just pray for me, pray for me, pray for me so I can go to school. And what I've been telling a lot of them now is, stop telling God you want offers. Because a lot of them are committable. It looks good on Twitter. What you need to say now is, God, give me a committable scholarship. Give me a place to call home, a school. Because then you're going to be mad because you got offers in no place. Conversely, just stop saying, God, I just want a woman. I just want a man. Because that's what you're going to get. I want to ask you a question. Who don't eat onions? Okay, so if you leave here and go to a restaurant and say, let me get a bacon cheeseburger and just walk off. Then you get home and they got onions, mustard, all type of stuff on it that you didn't know about. Whose fault is it? But who you gonna blame? You gonna get home and say, why you put all this stuff on my food? Like they supposed to know you. Stop being mad about the order you placed. Michael. No. This is powerful. Listen to this quote. We are anxious to improve our circumstances, but unwilling to improve ourselves. Therefore, we remain bound. This is powerful because it exposes a painful truth. What is the painful truth that this aforementioned quote exposes? Sometimes we ask God to change what is around us while avoiding the work he wants to do within us. That's good. Sometimes we ask God to change what is around us while avoiding the work he wants to do within us. Be careful. When you don't have clarity, your whole prayer request will be, Lord, fix what's around me. In a season where God is saying, I'm trying to fix what's in you. This is why when we tiptoe into the corridors of today's text, we find ourselves situated and acculturated in this pregnant Markan text. It is in the book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 46. It says, then they reached Jericho, and as Jesus and his disciples left town, a large crowd followed him, a blind beggar. That's all I need for today. It's too much in this scripture. We don't need the miracle right now. Let's just deal with this. A blind beggar. Let's pause and parenthetically digress. My professors at Yale Divinity, we argued for about an hour and a half over this statement. Why did Mark give us his name? I'm always built to think critically, and they were laughing at me. I said, but why did they say his name? In other gospels, they just say a blind man, but in this gospel, they say a blind man by the name of Bartimaeus. And we settled on this fact that Bartimaeus, once he gets his sight, follows Jesus and almost becomes sort of an evangelist. He was blind. Jesus gave him his sight. Then he lived his life helping other people see. So maybe Mark had to give us his name so when you see him in the future, you won't forget where he come from. That's why a whole lot of people can't stand you now. They didn't see your chapter 10, so when they roll up on your chapter 15, they think you got here overnight and don't realize God brought me from a mighty. But look at this now. He's not just blind. He gets two adjectives. Blind beggar. Those are adjectives, right? What's the noun? Bartimaeus. What's the adjectives? Blind beggar. This is important because blind Bartimaeus was sitting by the road begging. Why is he begging, Pastor Mike? It's not on the screen. I'm going to say it slow so you can write it. Because his condition has shaped his expectation. That can preach. His condition shaped his expectation. I'm going to say it for the third time. His condition shaped his expectation. Bartimaeus had a problem. What's his problem? I'm going to say this slow because I really want you to write it. If his condition shaped his expectation, that's an indication that his identity had been reduced to what he lacked and how he could survive. I'm gonna say that again. If his condition shaped his expectation, that means his identity, who he felt he was, had been reduced to what he lacked and how he could survive. This is what I am trying to get people to realize about a lot of young people and about those of us who grew up in circumstances that weren't the best. They don't realize sometimes our condition shaped our expectation. One of the greatest interviews I ever seen was this interview of Tupac Shakur, and he was oh my God, the reporter was asking him, why are you so aggressive and violent? Tupac said, well, I tried my whole life. Imagine if we said, hey, imagine if I walk up to a door and say, please, I'm hungry, will you let me in? Then I came in singing, oh, I'm so hungry, please let me in. He said, after the 10th time, I'm kicking through the door, bop, guns blazing, block, block, give me the food. He said, my condition matured my aggression. His condition shaped his expectation. Instead of asking, he was now conditioned to feel like he had to take. Which is why I personally feel you can't fight crime and not fix economics at the same time. Because a lot of crime ain't built just off of violence, it's built off of economics. So you telling me not to do this, and I'm not condoning violence, but what I am saying is everybody who stole wasn't bad. Sometimes the condition shifted their expectation, and now their identity is reduced to what they lack and how they can survive. So now instead of being faithful, Bartimaeus decides he has to hustle. So now he comes up with a hustle. I'm gonna stand on the road and beg for money, because begging improved his moment. He don't realize healing would have transformed his life. Money could help him eat today, but healing would have changed how he ate every day. Y'all don't hear me in here. Please put this in your notes, because some of us keep asking God for relief when God wants to give us restoration. Michael, some of us keep asking God for relief when God really wants to give us restoration. Can we go deeper? Come on, church, can we go deeper? I'm gonna say it one more time. Some of us keep asking God for relief when God wants to give us restoration. This is powerful because it sits at the intersection of theology, psychology, and human behavior. This is powerful because it sits at the intersection of psychology, theology, and human behavior. In psychology, this is the distinction between, put this in your notes, proximal needs and ultimate needs. We do want to go deeper, don't we? This is the difference in psychology, because I have to mix my psychology with my theology. So in psychology, this is the difference between proximal needs and ultimate needs. Pastor Mike, what are proximal needs? Proximal needs, put this in your notes, is immediate relief of discomfort. Proximal needs are immediate relief of discomfort. I want you to underline immediate in your notes. That's important. When there's a proximal need, you're saying, God, fix what is hurting now. What's a ultimate need? Long-term transformation of a condition. Michael. So proximal is immediate. Ultimate is what? Long term. Come on, class. Proximal is immediate. Ultimate is, okay, put it on the screen. Proximal is immediate relief. It's not just immediate, it's immediate relief. What is ultimate? It is long term transformation. Go back to proximal. Proximal is pain medicine. Ultimate is surgery. Proximal is fix my runny nose. Ultimate is get rid of the flu. A lot of you are stuck in cycles because you spend all day asking God to fix your proximal and don't realize if he fix your ultimate, you won't have to deal with your proximal ever again. Michael, hear me when I say this. Blind Bartimaeus asking for money is a proximal response. He done figured, but I don't beat people up. I got that from my pastor. He said, I'm not to beat you up, church. I'm to pick you up, church. So I'm not going to beat. This is where most preachers miss it. And I can't believe it. Man, y'all got to be ashamed of yourself because some of y'all acting like Bartimaeus around here begging, and I don't need nobody to do nothing for me. That's a lie. Life will take you through some stuff. I'm going to say this. And have you doing some stuff you thought you would never do. Don't even look at your neighbor because I don't want them in your business right there. Keep looking straight right here. I'm going to say it again. Life will have you doing some stuff that you swore you would never do. And now he's asking people for money instead of healing. So here's what I'm supposed to do. Why he ain't asking people for healing? Maybe he started out saying, help me, and realized they couldn't. So now he figured I might as well get paid. This is why people can stay stuck, because they become conditioned to solve today's pain instead of tomorrow's freedom. This is why people stay stuck, because they condition themselves to solve today's pain instead of pursuing tomorrow's freedom. This is what psychologists call, put this in your notes, learned helplessness. This is heavy. Learned helplessness. Learned helplessness is when repeated disappointment trains you to stop expecting change. Michael. Learned helplessness is when repeated disappointment trains you to stop expecting change. Learned helplessness is when you've been losing so long you stop expecting to win. When folk done lied to you so long you feel like you're supposed to get lied to. It's when folk done left you hanging so long you stop asking for help. It's when you start presupposing pain before you experience it. It's crazy. So in life, learned helplessness is a condition in which a person has been exposed to repeated failures, resistance, or opposition, and begins to believe that no matter what they do, it won't make a difference. So they stop trying, not because they're incapable, but because they feel ineffective. Leave that up there for a second. Learned helplessness is a condition in which a person, do me a favor, when you're writing your notes, I want you to underline exposed to. God gave me that at the 9 a.m. service, exposed to. Notice it didn't say experience, it said exposed to. Because there's a difference between what you experience and what you've been exposed to. This is why some of you need to do an inventory of your circle. Because everybody around you can be miserable so long, and you've been exposed to people being miserable, that you start thinking that's how life's supposed to be. It's what you've been exposed to. It's when mama didn't like her man, then your aunties didn't like their man. Now your friends can't stand their man. So now you have no expectation for a good man, because all you've been exposed to is their complaints. Don't nobody like a man, but everybody got kids. They like something on a man. It's when everybody in the street and everybody doing dirt and everybody wilding and everybody outside. So since you've been exposed to it, you now think that's functional. Whenever the devil can't touch you, he touches what you are exposed to. I'm preaching heavy whether y'all receive it or not. That's why I don't have a lot of friends. I don't, and I'm happy with it. If I want a vacation right now, and they say you and 10 of your friends are gonna fly to the Cayman Islands, I would have an empty plane. I don't have a lot of friends. If you don't see me with my church squad or my Black Sheep family, you're not gonna see me. You're not, because I realize quickly, I am not the best friend. I am not a good friend, because if you're going to be my friend, I have to pick your friends. These ain't jokes either. I have stopped talking to people because of who they talk to. I can't be revealing my desires and hopes when you in communion with folk who don't want nothing or want me to be anything either. Y'all don't like me. So I made a decision. I don't need friendships. I just have connection. I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. It's because learned helplessness is not just emotional, it is theological. Put this in your notes. Learned helplessness is sometimes what you are exposed to. I want to be around people who make me better. I dropped out of college. I dropped out of West Alabama. I went to West Alabama, ended up pledging Kappa Alpha Psi, started partying more than I was going to school, and I never should have been there in the first place. My parents should have literally, after high school, put me in seminary. The only thing I have ever loved in life is God and church. That's the only thing I've ever been. I was in college partying on Thursday nights, because that was the party night in college. Some of y'all know that. So Thursday night, I am partying. I am waking up the next morning going to choir rehearsal. I never missed this. I would drive 2 hours to church, lead praise and worship, drive all the way back to school and act a fool. I should have been in seminary. So I drop out of college, come home, get involved in ministry. Then my circle changed. Everybody in my circle were doctors. Everybody in my circle, what y'all doing this week? Oh, we studying at Yale. Or we going to Stanford? Or we going to Dallas Theological Seminary? After a while, I was like, I'm not gonna be the only person not smart. They exposed me to education. Therefore, it made me, the only reason I got to Yale was because of the circle I was in. They were doing a program where they were trying to take urban pastors under 30 and trying their best to make a connection. They picked 5 pastors under 35 to bring to Yale absolutely free, to do a 2-year study program. So I would literally fly to Yale, be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, wake up early Sunday morning, fly all the way back to Birmingham, come to church and preach. Did that for 2 years. That wasn't because I'm an educational guy. I was the class clown. Can't you tell? It was because I got exposed to people who wanted more. I wonder how much greater you could be if you weren't the only one in your circle reaching for something. I'm preaching whether you receive it or not. Matter of fact, look at your neighbor and say, you messed around and sat next to the right person. Tell him you sit next to somebody who reaching for greater. Tell him, matter of fact, my next praise ain't even for my breakthrough. I'm praising God for the person sitting next to me. Like, God, if you don't do it for me, at least do it for them. Because I want to see you become everything God called you to be. But I don't get there without clarity. Hear me when I say this. Hear me. So put this in your notes. In the spiritual life, I'm finna send you home. In the spiritual life, learned helplessness is not just emotional. My young people got their phones out flashing preach PMJ at me. Okay, in the spiritual life, learned helplessness is not just emotional, it's theological. Here's what Dr. Howard Hendricks of Dallas Theological Seminary said, and I'm paraphrasing. He said, it's the subtle belief that God won't show up for you like he did before. It's not that you deny God's power. You just don't believe that you are actually next in line to see it. So learned helplessness will have you sitting in church saying, it's gonna happen for them, but it may not happen for me. The devil is a liar. I've been trying to be psychological and theological. Now I gotta be Baptological. What God got for me, I'm in the wrong church. Hold on. It is for me. And God sent you to church today to get your expectation back. I just need you to reach over that neighbor, because they ain't caught it yet, and high-five another neighbor and tell them I'm getting my expectation back. I started believing it wasn't gonna happen for me. I started believing I missed my season. I started believing it wouldn't work out in my favor. But I leave in church today saying it's getting ready to happen for me. I just need 3 people who can shout, it is my season. That what the devil meant for evil, God's shifting it for my good. Just walk over and touch 5 people and shout, it's real, it will, it. I got it. I think you sat on the wrong row. I don't know who I'm preaching to in here, but you starting to change your dream and change your expectation. I just need you to lay hands on your own head and say, I do believe God's getting ready to do it. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to close on the house. I'm going to start the business. I'm going to walk down the aisle. I will be healed. You ought to just jump up and shout, I still believe. I'm trying to chill. I promise you, I'm trying to keep my composure today. But something different happens when people of faith get their faith back. And can we be honest? Who in here lately been saying stuff, well, maybe it's just not meant to be, or maybe it's not gonna happen, or maybe I missed my season? The devil is a liar. And stop listening to people who telling you it ain't gonna happen. Just because God didn't do it for you, don't mean God ain't gonna do it for me. I believe God can do exceeding and abundantly. Y'all go. Your neighbor looking at you like you crazy. Like, why you shouting and waving like that? Because I just got a sneak peek of my future. And my future look a whole lot better than my past. I need you to grab your neighbor by the hand and say, neighbor, stick close to me. Because God... I got it. I'm trying. I'm scared. scared to say this because 10 of y'all gonna praise God. It's getting ready to happen for you. I said it's getting ready to happen. I said it's getting ready to happen. Walk over to somebody and slap your neighbor a high five and say, neighbor, I got a feeling that it's getting ready to happen. Say whatever it is, the Lord is getting ready to turn it around. I dare somebody to bust a 360. Because every time I turn around, the Lord keeps blessing me. Bust a 360 like your money just turned. Bust a 360 like your career just turned. I got a feeling that everything is gonna be all right. Take your neighbor by the hand and pull your neighbor on their feet and say, neighbor, this is your last year being down like this. Tell them this is your last year struggling like this, because God is getting ready to turn it around. God bless your church. I didn't mean to preach like this, but I just got a sneak peek of what the rest of this year is getting ready to look like. And God is getting ready to blow your mind. Now do me a favor and take your neighbor by both of their hands. Take your neighbor by both of their hands. No. Take your neighbor by both of their hands and shake them and rock them. Rock them and shake them. Shake them and rock them. Rock them and shake them. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your neighbor and say, neighbor, it's getting ready to happen. Weeping may endure for the night, but joy, I said joy is coming in the morning. Can I testify? I've had some good days. I said I had some good days, and I've even had some hills to climb. But when I look back over my life, when I look back over my life, when I look back over my life, when I look back over my life and think things over, all of my good days, all of my good days, all of my good days, all of my troubles, all of my good days, they outweigh all of my bad days. And I won't complain. If you're not too mean, throw your hands up, throw your head back, and say, yes, yeah. I gotta leave you. I said, I gotta leave you, but do me a favor. For the last time, grab your neighbor. I said, grab your neighbor by the hand and say, neighbor, I know he's all right. Find another neighbor. Grab that neighbor and say, I know he's on. Can I ask you one more question? I said, can I ask you one more question? Anybody know God will? Anybody know God will? Anybody know God will? Anybody know God will? Say, yeah! Yeah!
Oh.